I'll never forget the first time I saw that little red blink. It was early dawn, the sky the color of cold ash, and my coffee tasting like courage. I stepped out onto the porch, mug warm in my hand. Then I saw it. A tiny red light tucked under the maple, staring straight at my driveway like an unblinking eye. It pulsed steady, like a heartbeat. I set the mug down. The flag above me rustled in the wind, and for the first time in my own yard, I felt watched. Now I'm a simple man. I fix what's broken, mow straight lines, keep my father's folded flag right where it belongs, on the mantle he built himself. We moved here for quiet streets, friendly nods, and a fair HOA. Rules don't bother me, as long as they make sense. But lately, sense has been in short supply. Across the street lives Karen, queen of the HOA. She carries the rule book like scripture, with tabs and color codes. She posts pictures of your trash cans 2 inches too far from the curb, community standards. She calls it, "I've tried to be decent." My dad taught me that. You shake hands. Look a person in the eye and mind your own. But that morning, when I knelt under the maple, I found a camera the size of a grape, zip-tied to a stake, pointed square at my driveway. The wire ran neat under the mulch, buried like a secret. That red light blinked right in rhythm with my pulse. Then I heard a voice behind me. Morning. It was my neighbor, old Mr. Collins, walking his lab. He squinted. "What's that thing?" I told him. He frowned. "Saw a car here late last night. Trunk open. Someone kneeling. Thought it was you working on sprinklers? Wasn't me. My sprinklers broke last month. I followed that cable, careful not to tug it. Figured I'd need it as proof. It ran under my driveway, then vanished beneath the sidewalk. Whoever did it knew exactly what they were doing. I already had a guess where it ended, but I needed to be sure. Before crossing the street, I called the sheriff's office. I didn't post about it. Didn't yell. Didn't give anyone a show. That's how you lose your footing and the truth. Deputy Harris showed up first, bigman.com as an oak. He knelt, looked at the camera and said, "Don't touch a thing." He traced the line, called another deputy, and together they followed it to the curb. When they lifted a patch of grass, the cable kept going under the street, through a fresh trench, right toward Karen's house. We stood there, quiet. 2 men and a truth. "That's her garage," I said. "I see it," he said back. When he knocked, Karen came out holding her folder. Of course she did. She smiled that tight, practiced smile. "Officers, what's the issue?" The deputy asked to speak inside. She refused. He explained the cable. She said it was an HOA-approved security measure. He asked for paperwork. She had none. He asked for access to the garage. She declined, so he radioed for a supervisor. By now, neighbors started watching. Phones out. Curtains twitching. The HOA president, a decent woman, not like Karen, showed up looking stunned. There'd been no vote, no notice, no budget item for cameras. When the sheriff's supervisor arrived, he spoke plain. "Ma'am, recording someone else's property without consent is illegal. This isn't HOA business. This is a crime." Karen's smile cracked. She started talking fast about rule violations, driveway times, community image. She used the word document like it was holy. The deputy stayed steady, asked again for access. She refused again. So he did what the law allows, secured the scene, and requested a warrant. Those 2 hours felt like a week. I sat on my porch, swiped slow against the blue. Neighbors whispered. Cameras pointed. I went inside once, touched my father's folded flag, and remembered his words. "Dignity isn't what you feel, son. It's what you choose." I chose patience. When they came back with the warrant, it was like the air finally moved again. Karen's husband was home by then, pale, embarrassed. He muttered, "I told her this was a bad idea." Inside the garage, they found it, a small box with a blinking red light. Wires running through the studs, a monitor showing my driveway clear as day. They powered it down, tagged everything. When they asked her why, she dropped the act. Said she wanted to catch me breaking rules, wanted proof to show the board. Wanted to make an example. It wasn't about rules. It was about control. The deputies cited her for illegal surveillance and misuse of HOA authority. Told her the county attorney would handle the rest. She didn't argue. She just went inside. The HOA president apologized over and over. Promised an emergency meeting and new rules. I told her I didn't want headlines, just my peace. That night the street felt lighter. No blinking light. No invisible eye. Just porch lamps, cicadas, and the sound of ice in my glass. A week later, at the community meeting, I stood in front of everyone. No script, just my father's pocket knife in my hand. I said, "This isn't about a driveway. It's about a home, and the right to feel at peace when you're standing on your own porch." Folks nodded. Even Karen kept her folder closed that night. We voted to remove her from the board. Passed a new rule: no neighbor surveillance without consent. The HOA president said it best: "We are neighbors first." Justice didn't come with flashing lights. It came with quiet, and that was enough. Later, I saw Karen out front picking up litter for community service. She didn't look up. I didn't gloat. Just watched the flag ripple gently above my porch now, some mornings. When I sip my coffee and the wind moves through the maple, I hear my father's voice again. "Dignity, son. Always choose it." And I do. No one's counting my minutes anymore. No one's watching my driveway. We're a neighborhood again, not a courtroom. The flag waves a little freer these days. Because respect, once lost, found its way back home. In a good town, rules are tools, not weapons. The best security system is still respect. Ever had to stand up to an HOA bully or a nosy neighbor? Tell me your story down below. I read every one. If you believe some fights are worth having, hit subscribe and join our porch stories.